Abishag the Shunammite, the unspoken companion of royal twilight. In the twilight of his reign, King David, once a mighty warrior and poet, had grown weak with age. The man who had slain Goliath and led Israel to greatness now shivered in his chambers, unable to keep warm even when covered with blankets. His servants, concerned for his health, devised a plan. "Let us find a young woman to attend to the king," they said. "She will care for him and lie beside him, so that our lord the king may be warm." 1 Kings chapter 1.
Thus, a search was made across the land, and among the many young women of Israel, one was chosen, Abishag, a Shunammite.
She was brought to the palace, not as a wife or concubine, but as a caregiver. Her role was to serve the king in his final days. Abishag was young, beautiful, and full of life, yet she was now part of a world marked by decline.
The palace, once alive with the energy of battle plans and royal decrees,
now seemed quieter, filled with murmurs of succession and whispers of uncertainty. She moved through the halls with quiet grace, her presence unnoticed by many, yet essential to the daily life of the aging king. Despite her role, the Bible makes one thing clear: David did not sleep with her. 1 Kings chapter 1:4. This was not a relationship of passion, but one of quiet companionship. Still, her presence in the king's chambers made her part of palace intrigues she never asked for. In those days, the kingdom was on edge. David's sons were vying for the throne. Adonijah, one of his older sons, declared himself king without David's blessing, gathering supporters among the royal officials. But the prophet Nathan and Bathsheba, the mother of Solomon, acted quickly. They reminded David of his promise that Solomon would succeed him. In his final act of authority, David had Solomon anointed as king, ensuring that his chosen heir, not Adonijah, would rule after him. 1 Kings chapter 1:32-40. With this, Abishag found herself caught in the middle of a royal power struggle. After David's death, Adonijah sought to claim Abishag for himself.
He approached Bathsheba and asked her to request King Solomon to give him Abishag as his wife. 1 Kings chapter 2:13-17.
This request was not as simple as it seemed. In ancient times, to take a king's wife or concubine was a claim to the throne. Solomon saw through the scheme immediately. "Why do you ask for Abishag the Shunammite for Adonijah?" Solomon responded. "You might as well ask for the kingdom itself." 1 Kings 2:22. Solomon knew this was a political move, an attempt to challenge his reign. In response, he ordered Adonijah's execution. 1 Kings 2. And with that, Abishag's name disappears from the biblical record. We do not know what happened to her after these events. Did she return to her homeland in Shunem? Did she remain in the palace serving in silence? The Bible does not say. Her story leaves us with much to reflect on. Abishag was not a queen, not a warrior, nor a prophetess. She was simply a young woman chosen to serve, a quiet figure in the background of history. And yet, her presence played a part in the unfolding of Israel's future. Her life reminds us of those who serve in the shadows, people whose contributions may go unnoticed, but are no less significant. She was a companion in the final days of a great king, a silent witness to the transition of power, and a key figure in a conflict she did not seek.
Perhaps her story speaks to all who feel unseen, reminding them that even in quiet roles, there is meaning and purpose.
Even in the margins of history, God sees and He knows. What do you believe lies beneath the surface of Abishag's brief mention in the scriptures? How might her unspoken story inspire us to recognize the quiet heroes among us? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to AR Soulful Reflections.